Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna be doing something a little different today. I'm gonna be going over the best settings and stuff like that, like your FOV sensitivity for PC, not console. This might help for console, but it's more so PC based. But yeah, guys, so let's cut it into settings. First off, just want to say I'm sorry. I'm very tired. It's currently 6 a.m. at the time of this recording, dude. Dropped at 11. I've been grinding for about 7 hours now, so yeah, I'm sorry if I'm very tired. Try to bring some energy. Anyways, for your controller, obviously I'm using PlayStation 4 controller. I usually use flip. None of this really matters for you guys, but for sensitivity, you relatively want to keep it low, just because this game there's a lot of recoil and you want to keep your gun on target, so you don't want to be whipping around the recoil and bounce it a lot. A lot of these other games, you can play it with high because, you know, movement players like to have it on like high because they whip around everywhere. Unfortunately, they did take out slide cancel and they actually nerfed bunny hopping, so you basically cannot do that all anymore. It sucks, but it's what it is. So yeah, I run 7.7 with an ADS multiplier of 1, but you can feel these out. You can see what you want. Okay, now to the bread and butter here. So what you do, obviously, no matter what, you want aim assist on. I mean, that is a must unless you're an absolute freak. So aim assist type, I will always use default. Use default, it is the best one, bar none, better than everything else. For aiming wise, you're always going to want to use dynamic. Dynamic basically just gives you aimbot, man. It destroys anyone in any range. It snaps on them. You barely even have to aim. It's stupid, but it is what it is. Everything else here, you guys, doesn't really matter. The dead zones actually do kind of matter. So dead zones basically is how much like your sensitivity of your stick, as in how much it picks up. Like let's say you barely touch it, it'll move your character. Usually 0.05 is what I like to keep it at, just so it's super responsive to my fingers. But if you do have a little stick drift, you could always bump this up to like a 0.10 so your stick drift doesn't happen. Always keep these at 0.99 just because. And then these, you know, trigger finger, you can drop it down. It doesn't really matter. I've always had mine at 13. I don't really know the difference, but yeah, that's what I got going on there. Now on to graphics. I use full screen exclusives, especially if you're on PC. You'll get your maximum FPS using full screen exclusive. Come down through here, obviously screen refresh rate display. No matter what display you're on, you know, use what you need to use. VSync you want off. For VSync both you want off for gameplay and menus. And then you want to come down here. Don't really worry too about any of this. Just kind of keep this all about default. The main thing is quality. So quality, you obviously want to match your render resolution with whatever screen you are using. You want to use fidelity CAS image. That's really going to get you like the sharpness picture of your screen. Anti-aliasing, unfortunately, sorry, my voice is gone. Unfortunately, they made it so you have to use anti-aliasing. I don't know why they did that, but they force you to use it this game. So I just have it on SMAT2X. I mean, not too taxing on your computer, as you can see in the bottom right. It kind of shows how much you do. Anti-aliasing I have on low as well. Video memory scale I have on 80. Texture resolution I have on normal, just because for YouTube, you know, I like to have things look good. But you can bump this on low or even very low if you guys are struggling with FPS wise. I have texture normal, nearby, high, distant, low, short, low, off, mid. Basically kind of everything low and off if you can. Coming down to here, low, off, shadow and lighting, very low. Basically everything's just low and off for me, just to be max FPS obviously. Now this right here, usually you do on plus boost, but for whatever reason, I've heard that if you do on plus boost, it is showing a lot of screen tearing and a lot of stuttering. I don't know why this is happening right now, so I'm just gonna leave it on for the time being. I'm gonna update you guys if they fix that in the comments below. But yeah, so these are huge. You want all these off and this at 0. This is a must. Depth field off, world motion blur off, weapon motion blur off, and your film game is 0. That is a must. Heading over to view, your FOV, it's really up to you. I like 120. I just like the wide FOV. A lot of pro players use 105, so it's up to you. Affected. So affected basically is when you ADS, it does not really change it too much. Independent though is when you ADS, it's going to zoom in quite a bit. So it's really up to you on this. I like affected just because it feels like I kind of have aimbot, I guess, in the best way of saying it. Because affected, it really decreases a lot of your recoil because you're far away, so your aim assist is compensating for that distance when you ADS. It's hard to explain, but I'd recommend affected. Weapon field of view wide. So basically what this is just how close your weapon is to your screen, and wide makes your weapon look the smallest on the screen, so you have the most view. You can see the most on your screen. This doesn't really matter. These down here, so this is basically head bobbing, like your camera movement when you're running around and stuff. Just put this as low as possible so you don't have a lot of head bobbing and your screen jumping around everywhere. Yeah, man, so that's gonna wrap it up for our little settings video. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want any other things that I forgot. I can update you guys on whatever your questions may be. And I'm sorry, man, if this has kind of seemed lackluster. I am just so gassed. I just want to get this out before a lot of influx of players come out this Friday. So sorry guys again for the lack of energy, but I hope you guys enjoy the video, and see you next time. See ya.